Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. So we're still at the Empire of Hands, but you can see now that there is a different event at the Wild Court. One that I believe we have not seen before? At least it doesn't seem familiar, or does it? A duel. What passes for court business draws to a halt as two high-souled monkeys prepare to draw blades. Either way, it's something different, and I got this by just leaving port and sailing around a bit. And apparently, it's, well, the wiki claims, and I'm inclined to believe it, that every minute that you're out at sea, I was thinking that was random or much longer than a minute sometimes, but the wiki just says it's a minute. Every minute at sea, you're basically a random variable changes. This something awaits you quality changes is randomized to a certain value, and that determines what kind of events you get. So yeah, I just spent a little bit of time out of port, and in fact I wasn't even... at first I started moving around, but then I just returned to the port without docking and waited there, and I actually did get another, something awaits you. So that's good to know, I guess. And we'll see if this is actually helpful. An epic battle to the humiliation. When monkeys duel, every surface becomes part of the fight. They climb the walls, hang from the ceilings, charge through the cheering crowd with no care for who or what their rapiers may cut and slice. Death is not the goal. For the loser to forever remember this day and this defeat with burning shame is reward enough. Bets are taken. You place yours. Poorly it turns out. As the losing monkey is taken to be shaved and at least one soul forfeited, you pay up. Lost 2 Empire of Hands status? Excuse me? But that probably means that success would actually give me status. Maybe not enough, but I did save before activating this, so ideally we can just try again. Let's see. Go. Alright. Still the same. Oh, bets are taken. You place yours. Victory. As the losing monkey is taken to be shaved and at least one soul forfeited, you collect your winnings. Awesome. I mean, thanks for the money, I guess, but that's obviously not nearly as exciting as actually getting 5 standing or status. Good. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the best possible outcome. I'll take it. For sure. Okay, let's definitely save that one. And, well, let's head right back to that island, to the Silent Gallery. Continue. There we go. Ask for help translating the vault inscriptions. Exactly. A chip of the past. The exquisite seneschal looks around cautiously and bids you follow her into a small room behind the Emperor's throne. She fishes for a small wooden box, and from it produces what looks like a shard of salt, the glimmer of red honey inside. The memory of an architect long dead. They were scribes also. This is not like the honey you may know. It is frozen, saved. Let it melt into your tongue. Should anybody see you, it will be said you stole it. She glares. From the Emperor. Okay. Frozen drop of red honey. So that's that item that we saw. Mentioned in the temple itself. Suspended in what feels like a chip of Z salt. The exquisite seneschal of the Empire of Hands claims it will be useful. Okay, if you say so. I have no reason to mistrust you, weird monkey. Well, leave court. Continue. Fountainhead Island, to the vault of the first Emperor. Right? Yes. The route is familiar. Enter the vault. Slightly wandering return. Okay, it's certainly convenient that you will just automatically return to the furthest point you've reached. Attempt to read the inscriptions again. I now have 2 of this? Oh, did I have more than one? It is not the usual rush of red honey. You place a chip under your tongue. It's not the usual rush of red honey. Have I ever actually taken red honey myself? Am I familiar with that? I don't know. But a slow fizzling sense as it spreads through your mouth. For a moment, you have the sense of your body being too big, your blood pumping wrong. Memories hang at the edge of consciousness, unclear, faded. As you look at the inscriptions, though, chaos melts into meaning. Okay. Did they? Do I do it again? I suppose, okay. A slightly dubious retelling of history. A terrible light cast from afar. A sliver of cosmogone. Well, there it is. Will we actually find something cosmogone here? Another of the color items? That would be awesome. If we could actually return with possibly up to 4 of those items. But, well, we'll see. It's probably a little bit too early to get excited here. A sliver of cosmogone in the darkness, burning cinders ashore the sea of the dead. The apes who are not yet of the Pentecost fear them, but their covetous nature will not be denied. Those who hold them burn harder, yet are cursed with tortured ambition. No blood spilling can sate. It is an addictive melancholy. This is the Icterine age. Uncounted times hence, he who will be the first emperor is not yet the first emperor. It is he who is first blessed to conquer the true-clad emissaries from the waters of the dead, and drink deep of their stolen life-breath by cinderlight. So dawns the Cerulean age. The Pentecosts reach ensorcels the world, shore to shore, and all who are not ape are cast to the dark. The life-breaths of emissaries from the waters of the dead have birthed the empire eternal in blood and light. All forever bask in the glory of the Amaranth age. Okay. I guess one final time? Oh. No? Wait. Okay, so we still have those. Examine the mosaic floor. Choosing wrong? Yeah. Examine. Too far to jump. But wasn't this supposed to give us the solution or something? Wait. Oh, Icterine, Cerulean, and Amaranth. Oh, okay, fair enough. So, Cerulean is blue. Amaranth. Red or yellow? I want to say yellow. Icterine, I have no idea. I've definitely never consciously come across that term. But by process of elimination, I guess I'm gonna go red, blue, yellow. So much for that. No, really, ouch. You run back to safety? That was not it. Is Amaranth red then? I guess it has to be. Then it's yellow, blue, red. A cautious step. Okay. Death does not, however, seem to follow. Cautious step, death does not follow. Okay. Oh. Wait. So there are more tiles. Right, but we know that the second one is definitely blue. I mean, I'm 99% sure about that one at least. Yep. The tile creaks. But Amaranth... Is it white then? I could have... So Icterine turned out to be red. I guess then, again, by process of elimination, which worked so well the first time around, it has to be white. Unless... No, surely. No, okay, so it is... Okay, let me just take another look at this. Surely it's about the colors mentioned, you know, the colors assigned to these ages. I mean, blue was correct. Icterine. I feel like, I mean, these are not words that I feel like even the average native speaker would be familiar with, right? I mean, cerulean I've definitely heard. That's like the color of the sky or something. That I feel like that one I've come across a couple of times. I've definitely seen the word amaranth somewhere. Icterine, though, No idea. So, I mean, these are relatively obscure for sure. Possibly very obscure. Obviously, as a not native speaker, I'm at even more of a disadvantage here. But, yeah, I think most people would struggle with these this obscure vocabulary. But, well, that being said, so it was Amaranth was not white. I mean, yeah, I thought it was yellowish, but maybe it's. I mean, clearly it's not, because that's not an option given. But at the very least, it should be. Wait, what? Oh, am I now misremembering as well? On top of everything else, so Ictarine apparently is yellow, a shade of yellow of some sort. Then Cerulean is blue. Right, so we did start with yellow. And I'm dumb. And the last one very well could be red. And it is. Okay. That was just dumb then. Yeah, I know. I started with red originally, but that turned out to be wrong. I just forgot that yellow actually turned out to be correct for the first step. Fair enough. I mean, I thought white was wrong. And it was more likely to be reddish than white, but yeah. Anyway, it's fine. History is conquered, finally. With deep relief and some embarrassment, you step off the mosaic tile and make a note of the correct sequence. If your mental map is correct, you are near your destination. If my mental map is correct. I wouldn't trust that one, though. Empire of Hands' delightful archaeology quality is now 300? Up from 21 or something? Or 20-something? Okay. A pit of venomous snakes. Nice. Why did it have to be snakes? You see them through the door, thousands of them, in a pit crossable only by a thin beam lit by inconsistent neath light through a hole in the roof. It would not be a problem for a monkey to cross, but a human? What about a monkey-like human? A human with monkey-like reflexes. It is the delightful adventuress's turn to go first, apparently. Okay. To her credit, she does not try to weasel her way out of it. Lantern held between her teeth, and adventurer's rapier bouncing casually on her hips, she steps confidently onto the thin beam and swiftly crosses foot over foot without so much as a glance down. Your turn. A tough challenge? Well, if she can do it, I can at least try. Your foot slips. You tumble into the snake pit, landing up to your shoulders in a sea of some of the most dangerous creatures ever to slither the Empire of Hands. Already you feel their teeth lunging, the venom pounding through your system, No, you feel nothing except the weight, the cold, dry skins of hundreds of dead snakes surrounding you. The delightful adventuress peers down. Well, that is what happens when one decides to build oneself a fancy-dancy snake pit and neglects to think of a way for the poor darlings to be kept fed, isn't it? Come on then, get up from there. No sense being a big girl's blouse. Okay. Gain 5 terror. Yeah, I suppose. That's only fair. At least I still did it. I mean, I could have done without the embarrassment, but I guess, you know, it's fine. An underground courtyard. Down a flight of steps, the center of the vault. Really, so close and yet so far. This is very obviously the oldest part of the temple, around which all else has grown over time. Ancient tapestries hang from walls decorated with portraits of a single ape, clothed in violet and crowned by the sun. He is the first emperor, the 100-souled founder of the Empire of Hands. His authority reaches across time. Not much to look at, is it? Declares the delightful adventuress. They say they buried the old bugger with all of them. 100 of the finest souls. A hecatomb, if you will. She laughs for a moment at a joke only she and perhaps 3 others in the Neath would appreciate. No, I do. Mark of respect by the primates, you know. To say no one else could do half as much with them. Her eyes glint. Let's do something about that. Okay. The final door. Wait, this tribute, the Vault of the First Emperor. This tribute to the Empire's first and greatest has been constructed over generations by monkeys working with stolen ideas of what an ancient tomb should be. Right. The final door. Huge, imposing, impassable. Is there a way through it? Well, unfortunately, I'm out of explosives. A dusty bowl of glassy red chips. It stands on a plinth in the middle of the room, its contents seemingly untouched by the monkeys who have tried getting through the door. Have monkeys tried getting through the door? I mean, they built it. Let's take a look at the door then. There's no obvious method. There's no handle, and though there is a gap that a crowbar could fit through, the door seems too thick to get any leverage. Scratch marks around the side suggest that more than a few monkeys have tried. Around it are gaping holes where gemstones were once seated. You press a hand to the door, holding a candle to the cracks. Stone, very thick. Even dynamite is unlikely to make much of a dent without bringing the whole temple down around you. There must be a way to open it, though. Why would anyone bother building a door that they never expected anyone to be able to get through? I mean, that's fair, I suppose. Well, only one other option. You take a chip. Why would I do that? Could I maybe just take a careful look first? A drop of red honey hangs in the middle, bleeding out through cracks in the salt. Red honey contains memories. Why would the chips be here? Well, we were pretty much... Well, I suppose technically we could have brute forced our way through... Oh, come to think of it, did I actually get hurt? Wait, I was shot by a little arrow. Or was I? I don't think I got a wound or anything. I was so busy trying to figure out where I was wrong, where I had gone wrong, that I didn't really register at the time. But I guess nothing bad actually happened when I tried to cross it. Huh. Anyway, yeah. So you could brute force your way through the pressure plate puzzle, I suppose, without ever deciphering the riddle, I guess, or the hint, and you know, using it to more or less success, I guess, to navigate the thing safely, slightly more safely, I guess. So technically, you could have done it without, you know, interacting with those red honey chips. So these might be the first ones that you encounter. Consume the red honey chip. Well, obviously, it's the only thing to do. A test of understanding. The memories are diluted, largely unspecific, but that is not important. What this red honey carries is something far deeper, a connection of souls across centuries, the birth of an empire in which even the lowest could be uplifted, and sparks of greatness itself passed on, magnified, never lost with the passing of flesh. This was the dream of the first emperor, one of unity and evolution, transcendence and glory. His memory was placed here that all could see their true destiny, purpose. Instead, it is as if the emperor himself is receiving a glimpse of the empire his dream became. His tears run uncontrollably down your cheeks. Okay. The memory fades, but something remains. Only one who is worldly wise as the first emperor hoped his people would be, can open this door. I need one tale of terror, one Z-story, one memory of distant shores. Really, that's it? I mean, I have plenty of all of these. Well, actually, not plenty of tales of terror anymore, but thankfully still enough. This is unusually generous to only require one of each of these extremely common items. It seems like such a simple thing now. It is slightly more complicated than simply pushing the door open, but only a little. Okay, we gain a secret immediately. Lose those stories. The burial chamber. The first emperor's bones lie in state, surrounded by souls and spheres of blue, green, and silver. The delightful adventuress applauds politely. Oh, very, very fine work, she declares, taking a moment to admire the architecture before turning her attention to the souls. Now, unless my eyes deceive me, there are not 100, not even close. Blasted legends and their exaggeration. This will complicate matters. Oh well, Barnabas, do be a dear and gather those up. Ah, and as for you, she adds, drawing a rapier that glistens at the end, kindly remain where you are. Oh, really? This is how it's gonna go, huh? Attack the delightful adventuress. Really? Even with all my iron? Well, it's only 66, I suppose, but still. I've done everything else she asked, yeah, but I mean, that was before she betrayed me. She didn't even try to negotiate. She's just obviously trying to take everything for herself. I'm not sure why I want, or why she wants these souls, for that matter. But, you know, this is a matter of principle. A blade with a sting. The delightful adventuress tuts. I would not, she warns. There is just a tiny but efficacious little drop of Cantigaster venom on the tip, purchased at considerable expense for just this kind of eventuality. Oh, don't sulk, she adds. When I tell the story, your death will be glorious. Your crew especially will be most moved on our journey home. All the Neath will know of your great sacrifice, though I may change your name to something that rolls better off the tongue. Something with a little more pep. I'm sure you understand. I mean, do I just automatically lose? Surely not. This entirely unexpected betrayal will not stand. We'll see about that. The Clayman finishes gathering the souls. This could be going better. Wait, so... I guess even though it wasn't mentioned specifically, but I guess I did lose the dice roll there? A delightful scheme. Such simple things, aren't they? Says the delightful adventurers. Goodness only knows what the devils do with them, but opportunity is opportunity, is it not? My friends in the Iron Republic were quite happy to agree safe passage to and from their homeland in exchange for this legacy. They will have to be satisfied, I suppose. Her lips turn up into a smug smile. And next time, I bid the accursed Leonora Fortescue go to hell. Next time I bid the accursed Leonora Fortescue go to hell, well, I shall be able to recommend the bloody sights. Oh, that was her, like, her adventurous, rival? A calculated risk. With the bag over her shoulder, she's going to be slower. You just have to avoid that poisoned sword. Do nothing, form a plan later. No, obviously we're going to try now. And a loyal Clayman, of course. Yeah, that's maybe a bit more of a problem. You barely get close before Barnabas's arms close around yours. So is there... It gave me a 39% chance of success earlier, so... Could I have actually done something? Or is this all just in vain? This is all predetermined. It would be a little bit lame. Although the story itself is pretty interesting and, you know, well written, of course. Anyway, the delightful adventuress nods appreciatively. Well, that's that then, she says, backing out of the vault. Oh, except for one minor detail. Barnabas, I thank you for your loyalty and fine service. As a final courtesy, please do the honors and ensure our friend here remains buried. It is a fine resting place, Such a shame it be wasted on just one ape. The Clayman lurches toward her as she produces one of your confiscated sticks of dynamite, lights it, and drops it in the corridor. Before either of you get close, it explodes in a cloud of dirt and rubble that seals the exit. Barnabas has no face. He does, however, most definitely have expressions. The one he wears now is chilling. Attempt to dig a way out. She won't get away with this. A helping hand. Barnabas immediately joins you in the excavation. Yeah, okay, so she actually just ended up betraying us both, right? So we now have an ally in Barnabas. Surely. Were he a regular Clayman, he would likely be obeying his last order right now and ending your life for his mistress. Being unfinished, however, he is no mere golem. In her arrogance, the delightful adventuress appears to have forgotten that loyalty is a two-way street. Even with both of you digging, though, it will take far too long to clear the rubble. If the delightful adventuress gets back to your ship with a legacy, she will no doubt persuade the crew to leave without you. Huh. Will she? Fading taste of red honey. You have nothing to dig with but your hands. Even so, you're making progress, bit by bit. You just have to hope that it's enough and the rest of the vault hasn't collapsed on itself. I mean, if we have this option, obviously, we're gonna use it. What is it? Just on the edge of remembrance. Is there a secret passage, perhaps? A vague memory of something to come. You bite down on the chip and memories flood. Of course! They're still diluted enough not to be overwhelming, but suddenly you see the whole room differently. Stone support pillars, stone walls, a roof of wood, but still likely too thick to break through without some of the tools that lie so frustratingly outside. The air! How did you not realize it? It isn't the freshest, to be sure, but it has been centuries since this vault was last open. It should be unbreathable, shouldn't it? I don't know, should it? The oxygen wouldn't be going anywhere. That means that somewhere it has to be something... It has to be coming in from the outside, and that means... Barnabas helps you climb up the pillars. Success! A vent! You climb through it with the Clayman while the Clayman continues digging, lacking the agility to escape from here your way. Oh, a delightful reunion. It appears the delightful adventuress is having problems of her own by the rowboats. Is that so? A double betrayal. Whatever the once flea-ridden mayor of Port Stanton took from the delightful adventuress's soul, it evidently came with her loose grip on ethics. He suspected she would try to sneak away without giving him his cut. He was not wrong. Unfortunately for her, he has a small squad of monkeys at his disposal. Unfortunately for him, she has both her rapier and one last stick of dynamite for mutually assured unpleasantness. Well, says the delightful adventuress, seeing you approach, this is an irritating stalemate. Huh. Team up with the delightful adventuress? No way. With her poisoned rapier and your wits, you can take out these uppity apes. I mean, possibly. Propose a fair deal. Split the souls 3 ways and everyone can be happy. Team up with the mayor. Even if you defeat him, there could be an army of his kind between you and your ship. That's true. Also, screw the adventurers. I mean, the mayor hasn't technically done me any wrong, I don't think. I mean, he's, you know, just an opportunist monkey, but still better than a greedy betrayer. The delightful adventuress snarls. Species traitor, she spits, lowering the rapier. Even she acknowledges that now she is outmatched. But then comes a rumbling sound from the jungle. She glances over her shoulder and back with a sudden look of endless smugness as Barnabas slowly trudges towards her from the vault. Splendid, she declares. Barnabas, do please deal with this smelly animal, and also the monkey. Nice one. Yeah, except... Triumph of the delightful adventuress. Barnabas's clay muscles seem to swell as he lumbers forward, silent but purposeful. An unfinished man of clay. Claymen are obedient. Claymen are loyal. Claymen are reliable. Unfinished claymen can be all these things. Too. They can, however, be them by choice rather than nature. They can also hold grudges extremely well. The delightful adventuress shrieks in fury as Barnabas effortlessly picks her up, dangling her upside down by one leg. The obscenities are muffled by her skirts falling over her mouth, but the gist is quite clear. Well then, says the mayor, carefully eyeing up the clay giant's spare arm. Should we talk deals now, perhaps? Perhaps. Also, what about that stick of dynamite? I hope that's securely... that's secured somewhere. Split the legacy 3 ways? You, the mayor, and Barnabas. I suppose that's only fair. You know what? I was just thinking, oh, hey, this way at least we can split it 50-50. But, you know, it's really only fair if Barnabas is sentient enough to make this very correct decision that he did make. That we include him in the deal. Donate the legacy to the Zeppelin. This will completely fulfill its requirement for souls. Oh. Okay. We're still gonna need the rest of the things. Well, fuel, I suppose, and supplies? I guess. The mayor keeps the remainder to do with as he chooses. He received the payment from the Wild Wheel Court. And I suppose I forgot the exact mechanics, but both fuel and supplies probably just require a bunch of trips back and forth, delivering the huge amount required. The souls would have been a problem, and this pretty handily takes care of that. Oh, yeah, especially because this is not guaranteed to work out at all. You, the mayor, and Barnabas, though it seems unlikely that the mayor will agree to a straight 3-way split. So we might just end up with, kind of a bad deal, somewhat worse than it could be, if we fail. But we're still going to get something out of it. I'm just not sure. I mean, this whole Zeppelin thing is super fascinating, but I don't know what this leads to ultimately. If this is even of any real interest to me. Surely I'll get something out of it. But, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with my ultimate goal in the game, right? Whereas this could give me something palpable right now, even if we fail. And it's almost a 50% chance to not fail. Good enough for me. Wow. I was a little bit nervous. Negotiations go well. It is perhaps not the great treasure you might have hoped for, but they will sell for a fine price. Also, we will take that one, adds the mayor, pointing at the delightful adventuress. Oh yeah, please. Do something nasty with her. trying to sneak away our Emperor's legacy. Oh, do not worry. The punishment is not severe. We approve of the avarice. Still, he grins, we will teach her a little lesson, yes. Then banish in shame. A gift to you from the Empire. I don't know, that seems almost a little too gentle, but okay. And we literally just get crates of human souls. 12 of them. Do we even have room for that? I don't think we do. No, we absolutely don't. That sucks. We're gonna have to throw them all away. The lost treasure has been found. Now for the easy bit. Punish? Let Barnabas decide her fate. He is, after all, the one that she betrayed the most. I mean, I don't know if she betrayed him more than she betrayed me. Yeah, no, it still feels appropriate. Yeah, wonderful. Just great. I should have just donated them, because I don't actually know anything... any better thing to do with them. Do I? I mean, I could sell them somewhere for sure. Clinking, glowing, pleading. This is so unfortunate. Just... you can't just give me more than 10 items that take up cargo space for any kind of reward game. This is just... what are the odds of actually having that much room at any given time? I mean, if it weren't for the stupid tomb colonists, sure. But I'm not going to exchange them for the souls. Well, this is really annoying, of course. I mean, I can keep 2, I guess. I could throw away the candles. I mean, I only know for sure that I need 2. At the minimum. That's what the wiki claims. For the Mangrove College. And, you know... I can't really easily acquire any more... well, I suppose I can. I can always trade supplies for more candles here. So in that regard... oh man. But what's the alternative here? I could reload and just pick the Zeppelin option and get some sort of reward, some sort of payment from the court, right? That's what the game promised. And if that's roughly equivalent to what I would get for just selling these crates, I might as well just go with that, because that's essentially just skips the step where I have to physically acquire these items and have room for them, right, before I do something with them. But if I'm gonna end up just selling them anyway, I might as well pick that third option, or pick that second option actually. So yeah, of course that would mean having to redo all of this, but you know, it's just a matter of clicking through, I suppose. And who knows, maybe I'll even find out what happens when you don't fail at the challenge where you try to attack the adventurers. And it definitely felt like the whole sequence was scripted to work out exactly the way that it did. And maybe that was more of a, you know, a fake choice, or you know. Anyway, let me just see what I can do with these crates and what the reward for the Zeppelin thing is. Okay, so it looks like crates of human souls can really only be sold. I mean, yeah, you need 1 for the Wistful Deviless, but that's done. And other than that, you basically just sell them. You can sell them for 63 echoes apiece. So yeah, if I could keep all of them and somehow get them all the way back to London, which is where you would sell them, that would be a nice amount of money. But I mean, you know, it's just, I don't really need it. Plus, I mean, I could technically throw away a bunch of stuff and somehow make room for these. It's just not worth it, though. If I donate them all to the Zeppelin, I'm getting a bunch of status and, you know, have that soul requirement fulfilled. I guess that's the other thing that you would need those souls for, or could use them for, if you're so inclined. Well, for now, I'm just gonna see what happens next. But I'm gonna redo the thing and just donate the souls, I guess. I mean, I guess I could keep the 2 crates that I just made room for, or that I still had room for, and donate them to the Zeppelin right away, or try to get them back to London and sell them. But I mean, that just doesn't feel worth it. Anyway, Barnabas nods, ignoring the angry protests. He follows the monkeys into the woods towards their boat, still carrying a thrashing, delightful adventuress. He will not allow her to come to any real harm. Oh, please do, though. But appears to concur that a little humility may be in order. But that is their business. Yours now lies elsewhere. And that's that, huh? Just like that. Well, let's, at the very least, experience this once. Contribute souls to the Zeppelin. It actually does take 2 as well. Okay. Working with the delightful adventurers will unlock a way to gather enough souls to complete the Zeppelin. Right, it actually literally tells me right here. And these are just, okay, 5 at a time. Yep, or 10 at a time, wow. For fuel. Okay, fair enough. Respected visitor in the Wild Mill Court can arrange a more efficient supply of fuel from elsewhere. Wait, is this the thing, the deal with the Iron Empire or Iron Republic that the Seneschal asked me to I don't know, to strike? The message that he asked me to deliver? Because I'm pretty sure I did not agree to this yet. This distasteful thing, whatever it might actually be. Anyway, let's give this a try. The monkeys pay you for your goods? Oh, okay. So if I could somehow... Let's see here. If I could somehow make room for all 12 of these, I could do this 6 times for 6 caskets of sapphires, which I think sell for 60 something as well, so definitely making a net loss there. I'd also only gain 6 status with the Empire of Hands for what it's worth. I really don't know what else this does for me at this point. I'm sure it's something, somehow useful. Yeah. I mean, this needs to reach 100, so we need to deliver 20 crates total. So... No, wait, 40 crates actually, because it's 2 crates for 5. Wow. Yeah, okay, I mean... again, even though I don't know if I'm ever going to reach this, or if I do, what it's going to do for me... it's still more useful than throwing away most of it, right? And, yeah, you know, potentially making some money out of it, but in practice, it's just too much of a hassle to be worth it. So, I'm going to... You know what? This is a bit of a shorter episode, perhaps, but it was quite interesting. I mean, I really enjoyed the whole story that unfolded. Unpleasant as it was, but, you know, it did have a happy ending, thankfully, so... And it's gonna have a slightly happier ending once I, you know, redo the whole thing and choose the other option at the end. Oh, and by the way, it does look like indeed the challenge, or yeah, the Iron Challenge, where you attack the adventurers, is just for show and does not seem to have any kind of, you know, consequence either way. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I suppose it would be fun technically if the whole thing could go completely differently, but then you wouldn't be missing out on you know, on most of the story. And yeah, no, I'm glad it happened the way it did, ultimately, even if it was all scripted in the end. But yeah, I'm gonna click my way through all of that again and maybe get a little bit luckier with the snake pit and not gain some extra terror that way. I suppose that would be nice, a nice little bonus. But, you know, even if everything else stays the same, I'll be happy enough with the outcome. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna just have all of the souls donated to the cause, whatever it might be, and you know, be done with it basically. And then I'm definitely more than ready to move on from this place and never, well, not return for a while. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this whole, you know, delivering 100 supplies and 100. No, wait, that's not even. Assuming it's gonna. Actually, I don't know about that. Do I? You know, if I'm gonna reload anyway, might as well find out, right? Just so I know? Okay, so, yeah, it gives you 5 units of fuel for some reason. For 10 units of fuel, or, you know, you exchange 10 actual physical units of fuel for 5 points of progress, so you need 200 fuel. Is that right? Yeah. Yikes. That's a lot of fuel. I mean... Oh, I'm also gaining more drowning pearls. And that's nice and all. I mean, yeah, I need some of those somewhere, right? For one of my officers, but I don't know that I can sell them anywhere. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, I would if I were to do this eventually, and it seems increasingly unlikely to be honest, because 200 units of fuel, even with a bigger ship with more cargo capacity, not only does it cost a lot of money, but it's also that's the smaller problem for sure. It's just gonna take forever. It's still gonna take several trips. And I mean, I suppose I could go to the hut and buy them there. It would be 1800, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, I can buy fuel for 9 a piece. And yeah, I can do it. I could do it with this ship. If I freed up some cargo space by delivering those stupid passengers finally, I could maybe transport up to 20 or so per trip. And it's not the longest trip at all, but still, kind of annoying and, you know, bit of a lossy business. And this, just for completeness sake... Wait. Okay, here it's actually... Here you only need 50 supplies. Because you gain 10 progress points, I guess, per 5 delivered. And this is... Isn't this needlessly complicated, or is it just me? Anyway, and we get more drowning pearls from it too. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it's not impossible. I guess. And 50 supplies, that's only like 20 times 50, that's 1,000? 1,000 more echoes? So I could actually afford it, buying at the hut, which I'm pretty sure is the cheapest and most convenient place to buy supplies and fuel that's anywhere nearby. So I absolutely could do it. Is it worth it? I don't know. Plus the trips back and forth, several trips back and forth, are going to cost me as well. But either way, I mean, if I'm going to do this ever, I definitely need to, you know, make sure I have as much free cargo space as possible. So not right now. Maybe the next time I'm in the area, I'll consider it. And I'm obviously going to do most of this ferrying back and forth off camera. And yeah, maybe. For the time being, I guess we're at the very least going to get the souls done with, and, you know, conclude our business in this place for the time being. But yeah, with all this talking, of course, I've now also managed to make this just about a normal episode's length. So, yay. Well then, I thank you so much for watching, as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.